Lately, they don't call me John. I've been feeling more like Sankey. Look at that fire, holy water, keep on spraying. I don't know why these people steady tryna play me. Doing that show, won't be first how they don't pay me. Welcome back to my lifestyle. I've been living in the Lord's hand, been broke for a long while. I got fitted in the throne room, crown right above the wrist now. No more hiding, never take it off. Really got some new wins now.
After Daytona, we got told no Indy, and then so we didn't know what was going to happen. And then obviously it turned into no Supercross for a few weeks. And so for me, I was able to take 2 weeks off after Daytona to let my body heal from my crash at Dallas, and which was awesome. Kind of gave me a chance to heal up and feel good again, get back to 100%. And then we started riding a little bit. We were riding some outdoors, and then we got a call saying, hey, we could be racing Supercross in May. So we started back riding some Supercross. And so yeah, I've been riding now for the last like 4 weeks, a little bit of both, kind of mixing in between. And so yeah, it's been up to that. We've been in Florida doing the same training, same riding at Alden's place. So nothing's changed too much besides not being able to really go anywhere and not going racing. So now we're back out here in California. I got told we're racing in Salt Lake, so I decided to come out here to kind of get acclimated to the hard packed dirt, maybe do a little bit of testing, and get ready for this West Coast 7-race series, man. Yeah, we're back to racing after I think they said 85 days of no racing, and so far so good. It's been in Salt Lake. I got a second at the first round, and then yeah, Wednesday night got that big win, which was incredible for me and the team and everyone involved. But man, I think this break just gave me a chance to, one, let my body heal from the crash in Dallas, but two, kind of analyze the season and see what I was doing right and what I was doing wrong and what I needed to be better at. And I was able to do a lot of laps in Florida, did some good training in, and then when I came to California, I was able to kind of focus more on bike setup, and we tried a few things that actually really seemed to help. So I'm really happy with everything right now. I feel like my fitness is really good, the bike's really good, my starts have improved, and so like I said, I think we just had a chance to improve on some of the things I was struggling with. And yeah, I think we're seeing with the results I've been able to get these first 2 rounds at Salt Lake. So it's quite a big change of in our program. You know, usually we fly Friday, race Saturday, fly home Sunday, and we have 6 days to train, ride, do everything. And near in Salt Lake, we're here for the whole time. You know, we're racing. We have a few days off in between, but we're not in our same training routine. We're not in our same practice routine. It's a lot more racing, which I like. You know, we're only practicing once a week, which is, like I said, it's a lot different, but I've quite enjoyed it. But I think the biggest thing is we're racing at the same venue, so the dirt was, in my opinion, pretty similar. I mean, it's not like we're going from, you know, say a California round where it's hard packed to Atlanta, Georgia, where it's ruddy. You know, you kind of know how it's going to be. So I think that's to me the biggest difference is each round has a different soil that you have to kind of adapt to, and here it's kind of the same. It might be a little different depending on the weather, but you know, like I said, there is rain in the forecast, so that could change things. But so far it's been cool, but definitely have to adapt, trying to change the training a little bit to make sure that you're your best on race day, because we're racing 3 times a week, you know, 2 to 3 times a week. I think the goal right now is to just keep chugging away. I mean, it is unfortunately a pretty big deficit at 5 races left. You know, it's a bit of a stretch, but I think we're just going to take it race by race, and winning maximizes the points, and whatever happens behind that happens. I was able to make a small divot in the points with Eli, but I was able to make a lot on Kin with my win. So you never know in racing, anything can happen, but I'm not going to lose that fight, and that goal is hopefully to be crowned the champion, but it's definitely a tough mountain right now, but just going to try to do the best I can these last 5, and however it plays out, that's how it was meant to be.
So now we got the Supercross season winding down, and like I said, I think it's been a great year. I feel like this year I had a lot more trials and dealt with them as best I could. And obviously we'll see what happens on Sunday where we end up in the championship. But I'm stoked that I never gave up this whole season. And now as we transition into outdoors, I'm highly motivated. I know it's kind of up in the air with the schedule and where we're racing and when and all that, but I kind of look at it as my second chance this year to try to go win a championship. So whatever happens, we're going to give it our all and try to get a championship. So 2020 season, starting off, it's definitely started a little bit rough. A1 was tough, but really after that's when I felt the effects. St. Louis, I really struggled, and then I really didn't feel myself until probably around Phoenix or Oakland time. I mean, I think the first 3 races it was affecting me. I wasn't able to ride. I was really on the couch just trying to get better. So I think that starting off the season was a lot tougher than I wanted it to be, and was definitely a challenge I had to overcome. I think Oakland was a big momentum changer in the series. I think that's when I was really starting to feel healthy again. We had kind of fixed some stuff with the bike and with myself, and I think that's where things just got clicking. That last corner pass was a momentum swing for sure, and that led into potentially my first win of the season, which was in San Diego the next weekend. And felt like I just really, once I did that and proved I could run up front again, that's where things really just started getting rolling. So Dallas was really the killer, I'd say, for my season as far as winning the championship. For me, went to San Diego, won. We went to Tampa, got second, and going into Dallas, I was 11 points down, and I was right there in the mix. And that crash, obviously physically, was a bad one. I mean, luckily I wasn't broken bones or anything like that, but it was a tough crash, for points wise and on the body. So I think I knew right there that that was going to either make or break my season, and you know, I had full intentions of, as long as everything cleared out, that I was going to race. And I think it was just that little bit of anger of the mistake I made, knowing that, man, this might have taken me out of the championship, that kept me coming back and made me want to race Atlanta. And you know, and Atlanta was somewhere, it was incredible. You know, third place was the hardest third place I've ever fought for. I think it kept my season alive. It's kept, you know, everything intact as far as the overall points, and I think it was the best decision I ever made was to race and not just sit at home and miss a few races to get back healthy. I think, you know, like I said, this year was tough in a lot of ways, and I think that was one of the toughest obstacles I've had to face in my career so far, and I was pumped that I pushed through it and got good results. I think reality set in a bit more this year. You know, I think last year it was almost like I could do no wrong. You know, I could make mistakes and get away with it, and you know, things just, it was my year for sure. You know, there's no denying it. And like I said, I think this year the competition was a lot stronger. I dealt with a lot more adversity, and but that's how it goes. You know, racing is always ever changing, and you always got to be better. And so I think this year was a lot of lessons learned. You know, how to deal with different scenarios, you know, and pushing through things, as well as, you know, last year I had the red plate for the majority of the season, and this year I only had it one race. So, you know, it's adapting to where you are in the championship, and obviously with COVID, that was a huge strategy change. You know, for me, it worked out really well with being able to heal up, but, you know, we took a lot of time off, and we came back, and it was almost like a 7-race miniature series. And like I said, this year was a lot different. I learned a lot, and I think I'll carry into 21 and try to win another championship.